Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues a royal decree. GCC Ministers of Commerce and Industry approved the executive regulations of the Unified Industrial Organization Law. And the Ministry of Labor announces more than 909 vacancies with employment contracts and financial degrees in several government units. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issued Royal Decree number 63 over 2023, adding a member to the formation of the Supreme Judicial Council. Article 1, the Secretary General of the Supreme Judicial Council will be added to the formation of the Supreme Judicial Council, stipulated in Article 1 of Appendix number 1, regarding the Supreme Judicial Council attached to the aforementioned Royal Decree number 35 over 2022. Article 2 cancels or that contradicts with this decree or contravenes with its provisions. Article 3, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and comes into force from the date of its issuance. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Rodrigo Chávez of the Republic of Costa Rica on the occasion of his country's Independence Day anniversary. His Majesty the Sultan also sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Najib Bukele of the Republic of El Salvador on the occasion of his country's Independence Day anniversary. His Majesty the Sultan sent a similar cable to Her Excellency President Xiomara Castro of the Republic of Honduras on the occasion of her country's Independence Day anniversary. Meetings of the Industrial Cooperation Committee, the Commercial Cooperation Committee, and the Ministerial Committee for Standardization Affairs in the Gulf Cooperation Council countries were held in the Wilaya of Salalah. The most prominent findings of the meetings of the Committee for adopting the executive regulations of the Unified Industrial Organization Law System and approving the amended controls on exempting industry inputs from customs duty. During the meetings, the preparation of a unified mandatory legislative framework for electronic commerce was also discussed. The meetings were chaired by His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion. In an effort to encourage and stimulate Gulf companies in the industrial sector and support innovation in this field, the activities of the first Gulf Industrial Exhibition continue at the Sultan Qaboos Youth Complex for Culture and Entertainment in Salalah in the Dhofar Governorate. The exhibition included honoring 29 factories and 12 inventors from the Gulf Cooperation Council countries in the field of industrial innovation. The first Gulf Industrial Exhibition is an opportunity to introduce Gulf national products, stimulate Gulf companies operating in the industrial sector, in addition to exchanging experiences between Gulf countries in the industrial sector and promoting exports between them. The opening of the exhibition was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Marwan bin Turki Al Said, Governor of Dhofar. Investment opportunities and commercial incentives for free trade agreement between United Kingdom and GCC countries and the Sultanate of Oman in specific top discussions of His Excellency Nigel Huddleston, Minister of State for International Trade of the United Kingdom, with a number of officials at Salalah Port and Salalah Free Zone. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed economic sectors which will benefit from the free trade agreement, in addition to its role in promoting economic growth between the two countries. The meeting also highlighted the agreement role in supporting efforts of the Sultanate of Oman and United Kingdom in combating climate change, producing green energy, and distributing it to the international markets.
We've got a very good reputation and we've already delivered quite a few projects. So we've got some real expertise that we're really keen to share and also collaborate with Oman and the wider GCC on a whole range of opportunities, because there's a lot of excitement. We're all committed to net zero and we want to make sure that we achieve that, but that's going to take some effort. So that collaboration is really key. And with a trade deal, it opens up and makes it easier to do trade and encourages even more collaboration and investments.
The Ministry of Labour announced the availability of 909 vacancies with employment contracts and financial degrees in a number of government units. The job opportunities are distributed across various educational qualifications, starting from the doctorate level up to general diploma, as it includes 871 job vacancies with a bachelor's qualification or higher, 13 job vacancies for post-general education diploma qualification, and 25 job vacancies for general education diploma and lower qualifications. Registration to compete for the announced opportunities will be open for 2 weeks from the date of the announcement. Still to come in our news bulletin. الداخلية International Film Festival is inaugurated in Al-Jabal Al-Sharqi in the Wilaya of Al-Hamra. The Board of Governors of the Central Bank of Oman held its third meeting of this year. The meeting included discussions on international studies on digital currencies, the latest regional and international economic developments and their impact on Omani economy. Various reports on financial stability were also reviewed, in addition to the financial safety indicators of bankers, the performance of the foreign investments of the bank, and financing small and medium enterprises. The meeting also discussed the Central Bank of Oman's strategy for 2024 till 2026. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation, the ISEF Foundation and the Gulf Conferences Foundation signed a cooperation agreement for the Sultanate of Oman to host the ISEF Middle East Scholarship Forum in Muscat next February. Her Excellency Dr. Rahma bint Ibrahim Al-Mahrouqiya, Minister of Higher Education, Research and Innovation, said the forum aims to build relationships and establish sustainable partnerships between government bodies and academic institutions in the region. Her Excellency said it also seeks to attract international students, enhance communication, and develop partnerships between governments and leading universities, in addition to encouraging academic institutions to obtain recognition from international institutions. The Ministry of Health signed an agreement to provide training for students of the College of Medicine at Dhofar University at Sultan Qaboos Hospital in Salalah and Nizwa Hospital. The agreement seeks to provide students with practical and applied knowledge in their field of specialization, which contributes to achieving the goals sought by the Ministry of Health in the field of developing human health resources. The agreement was signed by His Excellency Dr. Hilal bin Ali Septi, Minister of Health. The National Committee for Prevention and Control of Non-Communicable Diseases held its second meeting of this year. During the meeting, the upcoming plans of the National Committee and its work mechanisms were discussed in light of the approved national policy and the national plans for non-communicable diseases prevention. The meeting was chaired by Her Highness Dr. Muna bint Fahad Al Saeed, Assistant Vice Chancellor for International Cooperation at Sultan Qaboos University, Chairperson of the National Committee for Prevention and Control of Non-Communicable Diseases. Their Excellencies, the heads of authorities responsible for zakat in the Gulf Cooperation Council countries discussed in Muscat the regulations of for the GCC competition for research, creative and voluntary works in the field of zakat. This came during the Sultanate of Oman's chairmanship of the 18th meeting of Their Excellencies, the GCC heads of authorities responsible for Zakat, headed by His Excellency Dr. Wael bin Saif al-Harrasi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs. The Gulf Family Forum 2023 held in Muscat concluded its second day session.
A Gulf Family Forum organized by the Minister of Social Development in cooperation with the National Committee for Family Affairs, participated by prominent figures from local and GCC communities and experts from various organizations with relations to family affairs, concluded its 2 days meeting this afternoon. The forum is one of the best methods of sharing experiences and knowledge in family protection systems.
I'm very happy to be here with you. I have learned so much. It was a very fruitful discussion. We have discussed many aspects related to family issues. It was a wonderful event and summit, and hopefully, inshallah, we can meet next year.
Indeed, such gathering and the discussion held with our colleagues from GCCs do facilitate a way of strengthening Gulf families in many different areas, including awareness programs for our students in different life aspects.
The forum focused on ways that strengthen the cohesion and formulating a future Gulf vision that support community initiatives addressing Gulf family challenges and emphasizing the importance of leveraging modern technology, including social media, to mitigate its adverse effects on family members. The conclusion ceremony witnessed a number of participants being recognized on their efforts in this area. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
The Omani Cinema Society, in cooperation with the Office of Al-Dakhiliya Governor, inaugurated the activities of the second edition of Al-Dakhiliya International Film Festival in Al-Jabal Al-Sharqi in the Wilaya of Al-Hamra. The opening ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Blushi. More details are in the following report.
Highlighting the role of cinema as a significant tool to spread the local cultural heritage to the broader community. The activities of the second edition of the Al-Dakhiliya International Film Festival began in Jabal al-Sharqi in the Wilaya of Al-Hamra.
Al-Dakhiliya, it is really a wonderful land in Oman, and it has got many features of our diversity of nature beauty. So that is our target, how we are going to promote Al-Dakhiliya and Al-Hamra especially through the eyes of the cinematics way. And we would like to promote Oman as well through this landscape which is behind us. So that is our target, to promote Oman through our guests as well, who is going to carrying all these pictures, all this landscape, all these images, and also the way of dealing with the people here in Oman to their countries.
The Kingdom of Bahrain is the guest of honor at this festival edition. Local and international writers, critics, directors, as well as cinema enthusiasts will attend the screenings of the competing films.
The Arab country, they can do production, they have actor, they have animator, we have all the tools, but we need little support because we can do something. Oman, one of the country, and Bahrain, one of the countries, Saudi Arabia, Emirates, Kuwait, all they can do it. I am very happy for what I see in the competition, and you will see very, very, very nice result about the Omani filmmaker.
There are many films in this Dakhiliya festival. Is very, very good in all over world, and Omani film is very, very good. I think the future is better. I think directing Omani film is very, very good, and writer and actors is good this movie.
46 Arab and international films will compete in the festival over 4 days. Various other related artistic and cinematic events will be held. The activities of the second Al-Dakhiliya International Film Festival will continue until the 15th of September, featuring screening of films that will foster the rich Omani cultural heritage in the international arena. From the Wilaya of Al-Hamra, Salih Bakhalfan Al-Rahbi, Al-Dakhiliya Governorate.
Oman Physical Therapy Association Week concluded amid huge number of physiotherapists from public and private healthcare institutions.
National Physical Therapy Week, organized by the Oman Physical Therapy Association in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, today concluded its various educational activities, including scientific sessions related to physiotherapy that was held in a period of 1 week. The final event, held today with the focus on rheumatology management and treatment, have gathered a huge number of physiotherapists as well as other healthcare professionals representing both public and private institutions across the Sultanate of Oman.
This physiotherapy scientific forum addresses rheumatology management and treatment, and in the first session of this event, the event addressed the multidisciplinary approach, which involved healthcare professionals who are involved in the treatment of rheumatology, and that includes psychologists, radiologists, and dietitians or /nutritionists. As a nutritionist myself, I have addressed these in a nutshell, and I have basically brought home the message that a patient needs to manage his weight and also needs to eat a balanced diet to reduce inflammation and reduce stiffness and pain.
Today's event is a part of our Oman National Physiotherapy Week, which is one of the activities conducted during last week. And today we are focusing on rheumatology management and treatment, and we have 120 participants from all over Oman, and we hope this will assist in improving the services of physiotherapy in Oman.
The National Physiotherapy Week coincided with the World Physiotherapy Day, in which the global physiotherapy communities celebrate togetherness and solidarity, a way to recognize the efforts of physiotherapists towards their patients. At the same time, it helps member organizations popularize their discipline and enhance their competence. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main headlines once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues a royal decree. GCC Ministers of Commerce and Industry approve the executive regulations of the Unified Industrial Organization Law. And the Ministry of Labor announces more than 909 vacancies with employment contracts and financial degrees in several government units. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and have a lovely weekend.